I have a curious question for you today. Do you notice when it starts getting dark outside that you either have anxiety, your fear increases, and you just feel uneasy because darkness is coming, knowing that it means another night of bad sleep? You're not alone. I recently spoke with someone who had that exact fear. And my thought was, why not create a video today to show you guys some tapping on that so that you can learn to deal with your own fear. And we're going to do the tapping by looking at three components to better sleep. We're going to have to look at our emotional well-being. So when I think about the darkness at night, what do I feel towards it, or what emotions are coming up when I think about that darkness? And then we're going to look at our mindset. What are the thoughts and beliefs that are coming up when I think of that darkness? And then what are the behaviors that it's causing us to do because our emotional well-being and our mindsets are getting in the way of creating the best behaviors for our sleep. So that's what I want to do in today's video. We're going to do some tapping, looking at all three components. And as I say that, let me introduce myself. My name is Carol Richard. I am the founder of the Sleep Success Academy. And on my website, I actually have a free resource for you if you wanted to look deeper into these three components. So if you go to sleepsuccessacademy.com and you go on the free resources tab, you will see the three key ingredients to better sleep, which is actually a free presentation I did a short while ago that shows what the three key components are. I just call them ingredients in this video because we were talking about chocolate cake as an analogy. And so go download that. It's yours to be able to just learn more about what these three components are and see which one is actually getting in the way of your sleep. So let's do some tapping, because this can actually really cause a big fear of not sleeping if just the darkness, the signal, the seeing the darkness come, signals our mind and body that, oh, here's another night of bad sleep. So one of the disclaimers that I'll put here before we start tapping is, if you had something very severe happen to you at bedtime, in the darkness, that you might need some professional help with, go do that, because this tapping really brings up stuff for us to feel and process and integrate in our body. So if something really bad happened, just do me a favor, reach out to a professional, a mental health professional, or someone, an emotional success coach, somebody who can help you process those emotions so you're not doing that alone. But if your fear of the darkness is actually just because you've had so many bad nights sleep and your body knows it's going there again, then we can do this tapping round. And so just let's start tapping on the side of the hand. I'm going to let myself be guided into the three components. And that's what I want you to sit with and feel what it is for you, because I can use words and use what I believe might be going on for you, but everybody is an individual and everybody will feel something different. So just thinking about the darkness, so you can do this during the day, this tapping during the day, preparing yourself for the night, or you can do this as you're noticing the darkness come and bedtime coming. So the first question that I'm going to ask you, just overall, what is the intensity of what you're feeling towards the darkness? 0 to a 10. Right? And once you have that number, just write it down. We're going to do some tapping and come back and check to see if anything changed for us. And so then my next question is, what is the strongest emotion? So let's do the emotional component first. What is the strongest emotion that you feel when you think about this darkness that is happening right now, or that will happen at bedtime? What's the strongest emotion? Is it fear? Is it anxiety? Is it dread? Which one is it? So for the sake of this video, I'm going to use fear. Right, so side of the hand, we're going to repeat this setup statement 3 times. So even though I feel this fear, just seeing the darkness coming, because I know it means bedtime, and I know it means another night without sleep. I acknowledge that I have this fear right now. And even though I have this fear, because it's getting dark outside, which means it's bedtime, which means I won't be able to sleep again, right here, right now, I am okay. And even though I have this fear, And for me, it already started showing up in my chest. Now, mind you, I don't have the fear of the darkness, but I still had something showing up in my chest, which I'll do my next round on the body sensation. I have this fear of the darkness. In this moment, I'm okay. So we're going to keep going. I have this fear of the darkness. It's nighttime. And I know I'm not going to be able to sleep. This fear of the darkness. This fear of the darkness. It's nighttime. And my mind and body knows that we're going to struggle with sleep. This fear of the darkness. Right? That's what we consider one round. I like to shake it out and have a drink of my coffee. This is what it's morning for me, so I'm still drinking coffee. So I'm just going to let that round of tapping integrate. And so, as I said, what I noticed for me was there was a tightness happening in my chest. So my next round will be with that, but I want you to pay attention what happened to you. As you were thinking about the darkness, what happened in your body? What happened in your mind? Is there an image that popped up? We look at the 5 channels of expression, which is your emotions, the body sensation, the mind, the thought, oh my God, I'm going to be alone for another long night. The behavior, I just want to run and hide. And there's imagery as well. Is there an image of maybe seeing yourself in bed fully awake all night with your eyes popping out? So the 5 channels of expressions are something that I teach in my Better Sleep community. And doing tapping, looking at all 5 helps us then release the proper way for us. But for this second round of tapping, let's go with the tightness in my chest that shows up. And a round of tapping on that would look something like, even though just thinking about the darkness or the fact that it's dark right now, whatever's true for you, I'm feeling this tightness in my chest going up my throat. But in this moment in my room, I'm okay. And even though I have this fear of the darkness and I have this tightness in my chest and my throat, just being in the darkness in this moment, I acknowledge that it's past conditioning from previous nights of not sleeping. And even though I am feeling this tightness in my throat and my chest, right here, right now, I'm okay. This tightness in my throat and my chest. When I think of the darkness, it's dark right now. It's bringing up all this tightness in my throat, my chest. This fear is showing up in my body as tightness in my throat and chest. But right now, I'm okay. Right now, I'm okay. There's tightness in my throat and my chest. So we're still on the emotional component. So let's change to the mindset one. So what would your mindset look like when you think of the darkness? Like, oh no, here we go again. I just can't believe this is going to happen for another night, whatever that thought is for you. So I'm going to tap with, oh no, here we go again. But I want you to use the words that are right for you in this moment. So even though here's the darkness, oh no, oh, here we go again. Oh, right. Another bad night of sleep. And even though here is the darkness, here we go again. In this moment, I'm okay. I'm breathing. I'm alive. And even though here is the darkness, here we go again. In this moment, I'm okay. So here we go again. Here we go again. Here we go again. Here's the darkness. Here we go again. Another night of not sleeping. Here we go again. And then what comes to me next that I would be doing, I would start a rant tapping right here. Actually, if I was on my own, I would just start ranting, because there is still obviously some stuff in my body that has not been processed from all those lonely nights of not being able to sleep in the darkness. So I would just rant on that, how horrible it was, how alone I felt. No one understood what it felt like to want to sleep and not be able to sleep. Here we go again. Another horrible night of no sleep. So if you need to, pause the video, go through all of that wants out, keeping yourself grounded in your chair or on your bed or wherever the couch you're tapping, but let out what needs to come out right now. The emotion is okay. The feeling is okay. The belief is okay. All right. So we're going to take a moment again. We're just going to stretch that out. We've done that tapping. We're just going to start thinking again about that darkness. What am I noticing now? Right. So what am I noticing now? If I tune into my body, to my emotions, there actually would be more tapping to do on the darkness. And so knowing that, I want you to know that one round might not be enough if this darkness has been an issue for a while. But then just sitting with the darkness, is there anything positive that is going in your mind? Because we want to end our tapping with more of like an empowering belief, more of a positive mindset. And I'm fully aware that we didn't even tap on the behavior component yet. So I would do the same thing. Looking at my behavior makes me want to run away, makes me stay up late at night. It makes me scroll on my phone, this fear of the darkness. So you could use tapping on all that. But now if I look at the empowering belief that might be showing up for me, it would sound something like, but I've conquered this fear, or maybe just let me sit with it for a moment. And I'm just going to tap while I sit with it, because it might be something like, right, but I've survived it, right? I still wake up in the morning. Yeah, I'm tired, but I always wake up in the morning. I somehow make it through the day. And the thought that just came to my mind is, and here's a tool that can help me sleep better. Here's a tool that I can use and implement each day that can help me reduce the stress and my fear of the darkness. Yeah, that felt really good actually saying that. Here's the tool that I can use, that I can put in place for myself, that I can actually use to help myself, to support myself in order to release this fear and this mindset and these behaviors that I'm creating because of my fear of the darkness. Hands on the chest. That's just how I like to end my tapping round, sit with myself. And so a lot of questions are popping into my mind. I'll just throw a few here for you to sit with. How can this be helpful for you to add this to your day? Look, it took us, what, 10, 12 minutes? I'm not quite sure. But how can you spend maybe 15 minutes, 20 minutes in your day to put this time in to start dealing with the fear of the darkness? And what might that do for you in the long run? Knowing that you might not actually get rid of your fear of the darkness in one round of tapping, but consistently working on it every day will actually increase your chances to sleep better at night. So that's it for this tapping video. If you have any questions, any comments, put them in the comment below. I can't wait to hear how this tapping round was for you.